Welcome back everybody to Lil Euphie's Creative Corner. Today is the finale for my studio accent wall painting. Today I'm doing pine trees. I'm going to be doing pine tree silhouettes here in the background, kind of in a Bob Ross kind of style. Not really, because I have only one color that I'm using, just a darker pastel green. So yeah, hope that everybody's Sunday has been going well for them. Mine has been fairly relaxing, fairly chill, standard. Me and Wolf had some dinner in our studios here because he's got some chaos going on, lots of big numbers. So I was like, we can have dinner in our own studios for today. So yeah, so that's been my Sunday. But to cap it off, I'm going to be finishing up my studio wall here with some pine trees. I've got the virtual sketch of it over here on my computer. You guys can kind of see it. I wonder if we can focus. Kinda. Well, you guys understand where I'm going with that. We've had a live stream of that studio sketch up before actually doing this. So so if you want to check that out, you can go into my channel history and see that. Hello, honey bun. Welcome in. It's been a while. Good to see you again. Today, like I said before, I'm doing some silhouettes of pine trees. Let me move to the live chat. Oh, it is all good. You join whenever you have time and are able to do so. I appreciate it regardless. So, I have not yet poured my paint. I still have to do that. I gotta mix it, all of that good stuff. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're keeping my it's keeping my little hair wispies, these things, back. I have some bangs that are out of control. Okay. I was getting a little tired of having it in a bun though, so I was like, I'm gonna have it in a ponytail. So anyway, I'm gonna crack into this guy, mix it around, pour it, and I'm actually gonna start on this side of the wall, not this one. There's no drop cloth right here, so I'm gonna be moving over to this corner over here where there is a drop cloth, and I taped it down too, so it's not gonna move until I'm ready to shift it on over. And yeah, and then that'll be later on in the night probably. This will be a longer stream than yesterday's. That was only like an hour and a half because I was just doing the second coat of this lighter green behind me. So today will be a little bit longer because I'm doing each pine tree individually. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 pine trees that I'm doing. So yeah. So they're fairly simple. It's just like a straight line and then, short little horizontal lines, and they get bigger as it goes down to the base of the tree, which is farther down the wall. Anyway, so I'm going to be opening up my can here, and then we'll be getting into it. But let me shift the camera downwards. I have not opened this one yet, like the other cans, and mixed them around. This color is called Olive Sprig, and the color that I have on the walls here is called White Sage. So if you guys were wondering what colors I'm using, that's what I am using. So just mixing it around, and it is just a little bit darker than that White Sage. And there, and then I'm just gonna pour this in. I have a plastic bag in here because the White Sage that I had in there yesterday did not fully dry, and I hadn't washed it out either. So I just put a trash bag in there. I was all like, whatever. It's good to use again. So anyway, I am moving over to this corner, and let me see if I can configure this space out. You can tell my lack of planning here. Let's see. let's see, I'm trying to go off of the sketch that I have up here on my computer. It's kind of hard for you guys to see because it's so bright and washed out, but the first pine tree that I have here is gonna start roughly over here in the middle of this side of the window. What was that? Hello, Danny. Alien tattoo. Oh, my UFO tattoo? Yeah, I want to add more to it later on in life when I have the time and the funds for it. Thank you, Troy. I don't have a projector in this room, unfortunately, Sun Honey. So this actually is reminiscent of a full entire classroom that me and my mom and my dad painted at my parents' old church, and we did have a projector. So that was it was a lot easier to map out where things are gonna go. So this one is very much freehand, but I have done these wall murals before. That it was way more layered and complicated than this just basic color one, but yeah. So that's why I did a virtual sketch of it. I was like, I want to end up regretting something later on. Let's see, making art on the wall. Yeah, it was very, very fun. Hello, love pugs. Good to see you as well. Good to see everybody on this fine Sunday. So yeah, this is the same design that I made a few live streams back when I was in my studio, making the studio sketch. So that's what I have behind me here, actually. So it looks a little weird because, like, you can see the computer and then the actual computer itself. So it's, I don't know, the designception. Yes, indeed. If you want to see more of this art project kind of a stream that I do over the weekend, be sure to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. But I'm terrible at remembering. So, anyways, I'm gonna see if I can use the 2-inch brush, the thinner side of it, for the initial, like, there's no paint on this, but like the initial tree trunk, going down all the way, and then just starting with some smaller branches, bristles on the top part of the tree. I'm also gonna use a smaller brush, I think, as well, to kind of I don't know, taper it out at the top. So I did some organizing. I did some organizing earlier. I'll show you guys. So I have a whole bunch of art supplies organized over here as well, and here as well. So over there, I think I'm angling this right, I have a whole bunch of brushes and paints, watercolor and acrylic. I don't have any oils because I'm a little afraid to do oil paintings. But I do have my smaller brushes that I'm going to use for details, so let me get those. And these I just picked up at the Home Depot for like $5. I saw them, I was like, I don't know if I have these kind of brushes. Well, lo and behold, I definitely do. I have a lot of brushes. But for $5, I was like, I'm gonna put them in my basket anyway. Hello, Yoshi. How are ya? Opening these up because I think I'll be using this bigger brush out of the pack. And I'm tapering the tops of the trees. I meant to open these earlier when I was organizing, but I think time and dinner got away from me. So okay. Soon here we're gonna be donning our brave hats, and putting in the trunk of our first pine tree, some sort of sort of a forest tree. Move this over here, making sure that the angle, you guys can still see me and still see where I'm working. Move this upwards so and then let me catch up with anything here. Let's see. Was the plant jar just a plant jar, or does it have a gecko? Plant jar. I have some little plant containers here on the windowsill, but none that have a gecko on them. Oh, well, happy belated birthday, honey bun. Hope that it was good for you and that you got all of the celebratory necessities, whatever that may be for you, whether that's spending time with friends and family, or it's, receiving some gift, whether it be personalized or something that's been on your wish list for a long time, or having your favorite kind of a dinner or dessert, or both, or all of those, right? However that is for you, I hope that it was your special day and you felt honored by it. Making sure I don't have excess paint on this because, as you can see, I don't have the drop cloth on my desk and my screen here because I want to be able to see it. And you guys can't even see me. But I am trying to be careful of my desk and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, moving over here again. Okay. So I kind of want to see. I don't want this to end up being crooked. Let me move this chair on over. Okay. Like I said before, those brave Bob Ross strokes of the tree trunks. I'm going all the way down to the bottom. Oh, I did not even move that camera. Going all the way down to the bottom here. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the smaller detail brush, pick up some of that paint. Okay, so I've got that trunk in there. See a little bit of excess right here. Okay, And go in here with this same smaller detail brush and angle the camera back upwards. So you guys can see what I did there. Maybe if I move it just a little bit closer. Alright, so already starting off the top of that tree. So, oh, I just wrapped my cord around this. Hold on. There we go. So just going in with those smaller details in the tops of the tree. The very, very small detailed brush, just going in very delicately with it. And as we go further down the tree, I'll bring the 2-inch brush back into play. Okay, at this point here, this tree needs to be around that thickness so that it can bleed into the next tree beside it. Going off towards the right here. Indeed, happy little trees. Yeah, I don't think you're the only one, Yoshi, that thought that would be a female. He does hit certain ranges that are very, very high pitch. Says clean my headphones. Oh, it's all good, honey bun. Don't feel bad about missing a stream or two. Just catching up with chat here for a moment. Oh my gosh, yes. He totally is the like polar opposite to Rick Astley. You know, I wonder like if you were to like swap their two voices, you know, their voice banks, like oh my gosh. How weird that would be. I'm trying to make the tree a little bit wider as it's going down because the trunk is getting bigger, so it needs to have a little bit more volume to it, especially because by the time it gets down to the very bottom part of the ground. Hello, beer guy, welcome on in. Thank you. I'm hoping that it will match up with the virtual representation that I did like two weekends ago, I think. So I'm trying my best to keep it accurate. By the time that we get to this part, it's got to be reaching right about here. So kind of mapping it out with what our longest branches are going to be. Grabbing some more paint. Grabbing some more paint there. Okay, I go back down on my knees because my back is hurting. Trying to lean over, stoop over. Okay, let me see. I don't know if it's because of the angle of the camera or not, but I think this side is looking a little longer. Not that trees are entirely symmetrical. They're truly never ever symmetrical. That'd be so weird to see. A completely symmetrical tree. It'd be really weird. But when it's like, I don't know, it's a little off. It's noticeable enough, and I'm like, we need to balance you. We need to provide some balance here. Okay, looks like it's evened it out. Thank you, son, honey. Do you like, share, subscribe if you enjoy creative content, if you enjoy projects over the weekend? I'll be hugging these trees when I'm done with them. I'm putting my saucer chair here. Not here, but like in the other corner. It's gonna look just like this, but like with all my plushies and my music equipment and stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be writing some very chill songs. Wait, what? He made music for one of the Sonic soundtracks? What in the world? Which one? Yes, it is a very tall evergreen. It is reaching for the skies. Reaching for the skies and the sun. Really? Oh, that's cool. I had no idea, Bear Guy. Indeed, if you enjoy artwork, if you enjoy watching people make artwork, if you make artwork yourself, or if you just like for any other reason, be sure to like. Hello, Carol. Welcome on in. Thank you. This was an old makeup headband that I just had lying around in my storage from all my makeup stuff. And I was like, well, this would be good to keep my hair back. Because I have some wispies on my bangs that I could see getting some paint in. I don't want to get paint in my hair. Okay, we reach the closest to this window right here. I'm going to be switching to the 2-inch brush here in a second, after I get the longest parts of the branches in. And I'm not going for like a solid shape silhouette for these pine trees or whatever. I think these are pine trees. I don't know how else to describe them. They're, a coniferous forest tree, you know, or a spruce tree or something. I don't know. They just remind me more of pine trees. But I'm just getting these longer branches in, and then I'm going to be switching to a much wider brush to get the base parts of the tree in. Later on, I might do some little spare twigs of the branches coming out. Yes, these are my painting ears, exactly. Oh, really, Yoshi? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess we'll never know unless somebody, you know, uploads it as like lost media or something. Accidentally disliked on like, I don't know. I don't think it notifies people of like individual likes, but you can see it as a collective in YouTube Studio, and then also on your own channel as well. But I don't think it'll notify people about like individual likes or dislikes. So I think you're good on that field. It's called Stark Raving Dad. I don't know if it's released out. Well, maybe, I don't know. That'll be something to check out later. If I'm looking for like abandoned episodes or episodes that were never released or people don't really know about them. The esoteric media. Not everybody knows about these episodes. Just putting a little bit more because I see some weird branches, weird little flecks of spaces. This one could be a little stronger. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to do a little bit. I know I said I was going to switch to the 2-inch brush here in a second, and I still am. But I am also trying to frame out the rest of this tree, because he's going to get some thickness down at the bottom of him. He's going to have some cankles or something. Let's see, and we will stop the thickness of this tree around here. That way we can still see the bottom of the trunk a little bit. Kind of grounds things, so we're not just floating up in the ether. Let's see, let me move this back just a little bit. I know, honey, but we're moving. We got motion sickness. I have to adjust this camera so you can see what I'm doing a little better. Hello, AMC. Hello. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you so much for stopping in. I meant to say hi earlier, but I was like, I need to put my face on. I need to get my hair done. I need to set up. Oh, really? Oh, well. I'm glad that you came and found me. So, because it seems that YouTube's not notifying the people like it should. Well, thank you, Bear Guy. I do appreciate that. I need to spend more time on their channel and their lives. It's been very busy over here for us, so I'm just like, I gotta organize, I gotta feng shui my stuff, and then, you know, I end up getting all passed out by the end of the night. Oh, what happened? What happened in 2009 to prevent that? I was in middle school. can't really see what it looks like behind the desk, but it's like get to there. And to get over there, I need to lurch over a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more width on some of these. Okay, let me see here. Oh, you're okay, honey bun. I lurk on other people's live streams too, so I totally get it. Sometimes, things come up and, sometimes like in my brain, I'm like, I want to start this project. And then all of a sudden now, I forget that I was, having a conversation with somebody. So, oh, awesome. I think I'm subbed to them. I can't remember. I have to double check. But if I'm not, then I will. But I thought that I was. So then I come back to our call that he had finished rehearsals with Charlie showing. Oh, okay. So well, that would obviously make sense why they didn't have it, because the star of the show is no longer with them. But geez, I mean, see, like I was in middle school at the time. I was like, I don't know what's going on besides my anime and my my I don't know what was I into at the time. That was the gothy era for me. So I was into like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and stuff. So it was totally not on my radar. No, oh my gosh, it would be like terrible. No. Oh sweet, awesome. I've been to Victoria once when I was on a cruise with my grandma for my high school graduation. So absolutely beautiful place. Oh my gosh, the architecture is incredible. I got some chips there, some fries, but yeah, I thought it was very cool. They had a truck called the Prince of Wales or something. It was like a tour of something, I don't know, but yeah. Michelle Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah, and like, did he have a problem with that drug and overusing it, and like not using it for its intended purpose, if it's like a pain medication or something, or something. But like, I don't know, I always get to thinking like, did something, like, was it on purpose? Like, yeah, did it happen for a reason? If it was supposed to be like, if it was gonna be like the biggest tour known, to music history, like, if there's some sort of, like, cards at play that, somebody doesn't want that to happen, like that, I don't think that's besides the realm of possibilities. That sometimes the music industry is freaking ruthless like that. So, oh, okay. So for insomnia, was there anybody else that was helping him with the dosage of the medication, or was it just like him by himself and it was an accident? Or because I don't know anything about this story, so. Just trying to fill in the rest of this side of the pine tree. I'll get back to chat here in a moment. I'm gonna have to be underneath my desk here for a second. Okay, I think I'll just finish the rest of that down there with the 2-inch brush. So I don't want to be doing individual strokes with that smaller brush. I was dragged to death, 5 people charged in his death, including 2 doctors. Yeah, see, and I was thinking about that because the thing that I immediately think of, because I used to be into the sad boy mumble rap music when I was in late high school. I've obviously since grown out of that, but somebody that had passed away in that genre was Lil Peep, and there was a whole thing about, there were like 2 girls that were giving him like fentanyl, and he had like, his buddy that like there was some drama going on in there, and like we have the 27 Club, people passing away, either at 27 or before they hit the age of 27 in that genre of music. So that's what like my brain goes towards that. I'm like, like what is something going on there, or is it just like an accident, and you go too far, you do too much, or it's like there's like you miss a dosage and try to do a second one to make up for it or something. I don't know, some people like it's just an unfortunate end. So Dr. Conrad Murray gave him, so it was the doctor's mess up in an IV, from an IV bag. See, there's a little suspicious smell there. I don't know. I can't be the only one that thinks that. There's probably a whole bunch of articles that are like, saying it is or it wasn't, or was or wasn't. Yeah, I don't think like even in that family, like growing up in the Jackson family, I don't know. I wouldn't want to grow up in that kind of environment. I'm happy with the family that I grew up in. So exactly, beer guy, 100%. Like it's I get the same vibe off of the whole Britney Spears family, with her and her younger sister Jamie Lynn. And the fact that like it's the name of the father and the mother combined into one child. I don't know, it was just weird. It was weird to me, but like the whole conservatorship and then all like them growing up in that, no. No. And when I was younger, I used to live in California. My mom, was it both me? It was either both my mom and dad, or it was just my mom. But when I was 4 years old, I remember being in a room with a bunch of other kids. We were dressed up like it was, like Halloween. We were in a bunch of costumes, and it was for like an acting, modeling, kind of a investment thing. Because I asked my parents about this not that long ago, like what was that? And it was a program where you as the parent would pay into it in order for your child to be trained to either be like an actor or an actress or a model or just some being in front of a camera, right? And being trained on like how to pose and how to act and different things like that. Thankfully it didn't go anywhere, because I think that there might have been some beginnings of the Sound of Freedom movie going on there. Some not so hunky-dory stuff going on after you put so much money into this program, and then they tell you like, oh hey, yeah, you can come back several hours later, and then where's all the kids? They're all gone. So indeed, yes, we have a tree. We have one single tree out of the 8 that are going to be here in total. But yeah, so that was one of my very first memories as a kid. So I think about that stuff, like, you know, that entertainment industry. I'm just like glad that I didn't go through all of that, but I think about, you know, like the Spears family, and then the Jackson family, and there's just so many other ones that, like, not even coming to mind right now because I'm in tree mode. I'm in tree brain mode. but yeah, Matthew Perry and Justin Trudeau went to school together as kids, and oh my gosh, it was probably well deserved though, right, Fear Guy? Very well deserved. Like, this is kind of some foreshadowing, huh? Just kind of. My goodness. Let's see, I don't want to end up missing chats here since it's on his money, and this time around. Oh yeah, yeah, and probably they don't really care about us. That one probably yeah. So that comes so dark, but wouldn't they make more money keeping him alive and keep? Well, I don't know. It depends. Like, if somebody is about to come out with some, you know, really like groundbreaking information about, you know, like this insider information about, you know, how this system, you know, all works, and, you know, they can't control somebody anymore. The types of prescriptions that they've put on them, you know, isn't strong enough, or I don't know, like, you know, that's like Britney Spears stuff, you know. I know that it's been mentioned before that, like, there's a tendency to you know, put so much stress and pressure on you that, you know, you're encouraged to take these prescriptions, these medications that, you know, calm everything down and make everything, you know, slower and more, you know, making you more tolerable, you know, and tolerant to, you know, just, you know, some backdoor shenanigans of what's going on, and you're not paying attention. And then, you know, you get to this point of needing those meds enough that, like, they tell you that you're crazy for wanting, you know, to come off of them, or to, you know, expose some sort of truth. So it's a whole process that I know exists. So, you know, and again, like, I'm happy that my parents were like, yeah, this is kind of weird. Yeah, we're not taking our daughter here. We're gonna put her into, you know, we're gonna try out gymnastics. We're gonna try out, you know, playing the guitar, you know, painting. You know, thankfully I was very much naturally drawn towards this. So this is just what I've been doing since I was like 3 years old. So yeah, it's been like 24 years of me doing this. So I'm like, yeah, I'm happy with the path that my life has gone down. Let's move to the 2-inch brush. let me put away my conspiracy hat and put my painting ears back on. Like, suddenly a tinfoil hat starts floating downwards. I need to make that emote, by the way, for Wolf. I have a tinfoil hat emote planned, where it's this character with a tinfoil hat on his head. So we've got that in the works, but it'll be after all of this is nice and done. There are pieces of furniture that I wish to put against this wall, but it needs to be done first. Otherwise, it's gonna get messy. So anyway, enough chit chat from me rambling on about the process of what I'm doing, and just actually go and do it. So I've already put in the longest of the branches. So I'm really just filling it out now, kind of fluffing it up a bit. Later on, I'll go in with some individual little bushels of leaves. Let me stand up a little bit here. a little bit of a gap in some of these spots so you can still see the trunk, like in the more upwards part of this tree. But under here, I think I'll add a little bit of some volume right here. Very, very lightly. It's something I see when I looked back a little bit. I was like, a little bit more volume, a little more density. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, how am I gonna orientate myself here? Okay, just continuing on downwards. And then after this tree is done, I'll just move on to the next one, which is technically it starts right here. And it's just a little bit, it can either be pushed farther forward or farther backwards. If I was using different colors, I would use a lighter color to push it farther into the background. And if I wanted to move it towards the foreground, I would use a darker green. So just kind of melding it into that background color that I've used if I want it to go into the background. Now I can kind of crouch underneath the desk here, get into this spot. Okay, now comes the true flexibility challenge. Okay, so I got all up in there. A little bit of the spot right here. Okay. I go over to this side here. Just finish up the larger bulk branches, bulk leaves, whatever we're gonna call them. Okay, it's a little bit of evening out, I think. Maybe a little bit right there. Connect those. Still think that right in the same spot, can be gently fluffed up a little bit more. Oof, okay. My knee was starting to hurt. Okay, I think that tree is good. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Does it look like a decent tree? Shall we move on to the other one? The next one out of the 8. Let's see. Catching up with chat here. Give me one moment. Hello, Risk. Welcome on in. Sure, Eminem dissed Michael. Michael bought his catalog. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Put up chair railing. Chair railing. I have tape around it, but I don't know what you meant by chair railing. But thank you. What in the world? Trying to fix it with a leg. What? The combination with the eyes and anything in between, it's always like, it gives like an eerie feeling to it. Videos mocking Michael's nose. Oh, goodness. He's just going after his physical appearances and the... My goodness. Yeah, and like, when you want to be, I don't know, like, like you want to like show that you're like, a good faith actor in that kind of an industry, and then you get burned like that. It's like, okay, like, thanks, man. Okay, so he did apologize. I vaguely remember hearing about that beef a long time ago, but is he yeah, 1,000-yard stare? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have some not so pleasant memories being the trying to be the oh, I'm the cool kid, whatever, but you know, you're actually just making a fool out of yourself. I was quoting some dumb like early 2000s movie that I had seen and thought that like this one kid was so cool for, you know, saying this one liner to this other kid. And so I did the same thing and it did not hit whatsoever. And I was like, I just feel like a jerk after this. It's like I don't even know. If I think back on them, like just dumb kid stuff. Indeed, Honey Bun speaks in emotes as well as in the Englishes when necessary. I think there should be like an actual language for the emotes. Emote knees. I don't know. Emotelish. Yeah, and then it's like they take it for granted, and then you know you're very picky and choosy about who you're like generous or kind or you know like patient with. It's I don't know. It's an interesting slippery slope. I think kind of depends on you know the people that you surround yourself with. But you know that's why I don't know. There were some people that were around a couple of years ago that I said I don't want to be a part of this. This is not like healthy um, or mindful of others in any sort of way. So I said I've had enough. You're gonna get what you deserve, and then I had it, and then I was done, and then I was done. Um, and then I move on to greener pastures. There's a little gap right here that I don't like. So talking about greener pastures, it's like freaking tree. But yeah, so and things have been looking up ever since. Okay, this second tree, the second tree here, it overlaps with the one that we have already done. There's something on my hand. Yeah. So it's not going to be as stand-outy as this one. But it still exists. I'm glad that I taped the drop cloth to the wall here. I noticed when I was painting yesterday that the drop cloth was moving wherever it was getting stuck to the paint. Obviously, I was like, okay, we need to adhere this in its spot for now. So it's not a perfect straight line. I'm not really expecting it to be because trees are not, you know, entirely straight up and down. They do have some sway to them. So that is one of the comforts of painting natural-esque scenes and landscapes. There's a little more leeway. little bit too wide right there. We'll just make this guy a little bit taller. There we go. No big issue. No big issue. Alright, let me catch up with chat here. Hello, Niels. Welcome on in. Magic Man, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Beer Guy. Catching up with chat here. That's what I have. Yeah, me too, Yoshi. I have the same issues. I'm just like, I'm a little bit more suspicious of, you know, some too good to be true kind of kindness, and, you know, people that are just too abrasive immediately off the hand. Turn the rat into the painting headband. Oh my gosh, like the rat could sit on the headband. That'd be so cute. Thank you, LT Productions. Yes, there is a rat. There's a painting rat controlling me. I want to draw that. Oh no, is it buffering, Beer Guy? Oh my gosh. I hope it stops. Hope it stops soon. Trees last throughout the seasons of life, never change colors. Oh, okay, so they're like a constant, like a static kind of a species. Yes, this is my painting headband. My painting ears that maybe I don't get paint on. Yeah, we can blend them all. Yes, the neutral colors, they're very calming. They're very calming and relaxing. A lot better than the... Oh. It's the closet door is currently closed, so you can see how blue that is. That's how blue it is. Yeah, that's how blue this wall was. So I was like, I don't like that. I'm gonna change that. So yeah. Hello, Frosty. Welcome on in. Let's see. Yes, I'm being controlled by a rat inside my headband, like Ratatouille. Hello, Nuclear. Yes, it is indeed a pine tree. It's got to be a whole forest of pine trees over this entire wall here, from that corner to this corner where my computer is. It's going to be a pine tree. The sketch of this is available on my channel. It's like a couple weekends back, so I'm making the physical rendition of it, and I have it pulled up here on my computer screen. So I'm using it as reference. Coffee and Red Bull rat with steroids. Oh my gosh, just totally cracked out and like bouncing off the walls. Love that. Oh my gosh. Indeed, it's like, oh my gosh, that would be a cute thing to do for Christmas. Is like, you know, you have some temporary little stickers with some ornaments on them. That'd be cute. Alrighty, I'm gonna put on the little detail parts of the beginning parts of this tree, very much the same as what I did up here on this tree. So. Today's stream is going to be longer than yesterday's for sure, because I have 6 more of these to do. I'm just getting wider, like a cone shape, going downwards. I'm going to be providing a little bit more of those details up on top. I just need to get rid of some of this excess paint. filling that paintbrush with some paint. And I'm essentially just marking in the longest branches like I did for that previous tree. So even though we're gonna have another tree start right here, I still have some individual pieces for the tree that I'm currently painting. I think these are all going to have this base layer be on the same level, so that the tree starts and stops. Well, not stops, but it starts at roughly the same level down there. Move that downward so you guys see what I'm talking about. So that these two bottoms of the tree are on the same horizontal line. What was your dream, Yoshi? Oh, I see you put it in the chat. I had this dream that bothered since I woke up today. Oh, okay. What was the dream? Let me know. At the woodland critters from South Park. Oh my gosh. I have a plan for my my usual streams intro and outro pages, because it is very much like a forest as well. But I want to add woodland creatures to that. So that might be a thing. I don't know. Some sort of variation of that. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see chat in my mobile here because it's so like squished down. So sorry if I end up missing some chats. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome on in. Let's see. Start fluffing up some of these taller branches. A little bit of excess paint here that I see. Gotta get rid of that in a moment. Individual little branches in here. Fluffing up the tops of this tree here, pointing my brush somewhat downwards and then just flipping downwards. It's kind of hard for me to explain exactly what I'm doing, but basically just putting in branches and leaves where I think that it makes sense for it to go. Kind of following a little loose cone shape. And do a little bit more to that left side of the top. I think it needs just a little bit more. Okay, I think I will go and switch to the 2-inch brush here in a moment. You have a wonderful night too, Beer Guy. Thank you so much for dropping in, dropping a like, all that good stuff. Hope to see you again next weekend. Hello, Ricky S. Welcome on in. I had a dream that can only make sense inside of a mini animation storyboard I made. Oh, interesting. Very cool, Honey Bun. If you ever get around to doing that, I'd like to see it. It's a dream about a yellow boy got into an accident and was put into a coma. Oh my goodness. That's a little harrowing. I had a dream that I lost one of my ear tunnels here. It was really realistic, and I was like, surely I must be inside of a dream because I could have sworn that I had them, but seems like we all had interesting dreams recently. Communicate whilst in a coma. Oh my gosh, like how? With like sounds maybe, or like little twitches of the hand or something? Maybe put something on his head. I wonder if I could thought it was, oh, so it was through thoughts. How very interesting. I wonder like what those, like if it's like a sentence or like colors or shapes or something. That would be interesting. See if like a TV show or a movie or like, you know, that transform into like, you know, a visual medium. Indeed, it would, honey bun. It would be a good representation of that. Oh yeah, with different like fabrics and yeah, that'd be something to see. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's like I can't imagine like waking up from that and being like, does it mean something? Is it like a connection to somebody actually out there? Or, you know, Shirley MacLaine. I don't know who that is, Jonathan, but it's another. There was recently somebody said, either yesterday or the stream on Friday that I look like a character from a game, or it's from a TV show, something I can't remember. I think her name was Troy. I can't remember. I have bad memory anyway, so. Your Kingdom Dream that I was able since. Oh, what? That's so cool. Like do you get like that like wind rushing by you feeling even when you're dreaming? Oh my gosh, you're just like ragdolling out. Oh gosh. He just flaps his arms like a fish. Oh, cool, nice. Yeah, my mom is in her 50s, but I think she looks like she's in her late 30s. So I probably have the same genes. I'm just like, yeah, it's that young face, that baby face or something like that. But you know, I'm soaking it up while I can. But there are certain parts of it where I'm just like, I'm an adult. I'm 27. People, you know, if they're not able to look at the year of, you know, when you're allowed to like, you know, be able to sell alcohol to people, it says you know, 2003, I think. I was born in 1997. If you can't do like, you know, basic math or just, you know, putting two and two together that obviously this person is, over the age of 21, then they think that like, oh, you're a teenager is trying to, you have like a fake ID or something. I'm just like, pros and cons. So eventually I will look my age at some point, I'm sure. but yeah. Okay, going to this freaking 2-inch brush. I told you guys it's gonna be a longer stream. I usually stream for like 4.5 hours. I want to say it's been like a little over an hour, so I think we're making good progress, honestly. I want to start like a little lower here instead of going like downwards again like I did before. I'm gonna try out some different methods as I'm working through this. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap so we can still see that trunk. It kind of breaks up the silhouette a little bit, makes it appear a little more natural, at least to me. You can paint your trees however you want to paint them. This is just what makes sense to me. A little bit of wispies down here. Do some here on this side. Even though we've already painted here, there's still going to be some brush strokes that I want to implement for that texture. I think I like this one better than this one for some reason. I don't know why. I think it feels more structured. Maybe it's just the way that like I go from this top point, down to like the bare bones, and then from the bottom bring it back up. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna try this out with the other trees that I'm gonna do. See if that's a common denominator. I'm fluffing up this side a bit more. I'm also halfway blurring my eyes too, so I'm not entirely like entranced by all the different details, whatever. When you first walk into this room, this is like the first wall that you see. If something is a little off, by like halfway crossing your eyes and like blurring your vision a little bit, and don't do that for a long time, you're gonna messing up your vision. but it takes away all of the little nitty-gritty details. So let me catch up with chat here. I need to look this up on you, but I don't know who that actress is. Besides her being in her 90s, but you know, still looking radiant. Two meals for Sister Sarah. Okay. I'll try my best to remember that. I don't have my note cards in their usual spot. I don't know where they are. So I'll try to remember it as best I can. So there is no background besides just the screen here, Smokey. I have done those wall murals before where there's like a mountain in the background, a whole mountain range actually, and then a hillside that comes up over the top of it with clouds in the background, and then 3 levels of trees with some logs in the foreground as well. So I did that in my parents' old church classroom, and that was not just one wall; it was like all the way around. So yeah, this is a simplified version of it because I'm not gonna do this entire room like that. It'd be a little busy, but yeah. So this is just 2 colors, and then yeah. Yeah, it's also still drying, so there's a little bit of a difference in the color there. Catching up with chat a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to leave a couple of little void spaces there so you can see the trunk a little bit. Let's see. Miss anybody? I don't think so. Colonel Angus, thank you. Maybe a Squatch, maybe. I don't know. I hadn't really planned on putting any critters in this mural. Alrighty. I'm fairly happy with how this one has turned out. A little bit more. Where did that brush go? It's like, I don't know, there's a difference in volume between these 2 levels. And I don't know. My brain does not like that. I think that's a little bit more blended. Okay, next tree. I've already kind of marked out where it is. Okay, going in for this 3rd tree. It's gonna be and for some of these smaller branches up on top, kind of fading it into itself too. little bit of variation here. Just kind of marking out the general shape it's going to end up taking. These two kind of fade together here to this middle ground. I'm going to be filling in the rest of these here with that 2-inch brush, just kind of lining out where it's all going to be going here. I'm going over this outlet a little bit. Well, I say a little bit, but it will be covering the outlet. Or the outlet will be covering it. I'm gonna finish putting in these branches and I'll catch up with chat here in a second. Okay. Let's catch up with chat here for a little bit. See, where are we at? Oh yeah, honey bun, with the Vocaloid stuff. I have Synth V. My fiance actually helped out with a lot of the Gumi voice bank stuff early on in the game. So he's got connections with the people that make the Synth V stuff and the Internet Co thing. So I use Synth V, and I've been messing around with Gumi's voice bank and Eleanor Forte and Mai as well. I've been playing around with Solaria's as well, but I don't have the actual full version of her. Let's see. Catching up here. An idea generator. Except the person, I mean, they have people like that in those think tanks. So, it's not outside of the question. Yep, this is just my usual stream soundtrack that I got going on that we're all well and used to. It's just like, so it's got like a cigarette in its mouth and kind of just like cracking out, tapping out whatever commands into the keyboard, into the brain. Oh my goodness. Oh, Shady Hands from Coffee. Have salt. Interesting. I'm gonna have to remember that because I do tend to like over caffeinate. I'm just like, why am I so shaky and sweaty and anxious? Probably because I had way too much coffee. So this is this. This is wall paint. So it's a water-based wall paint. So I'm not sure, but it's eggshell and it matches the sheen of that background. But I did that with the classroom mural. Give it that little fading out effect in the mountain range. Oh yeah, and like totally have it look like a sci-fi forest. That might be interesting. That matches with that atmosphere. Yeah, get to work, sketchbook rats. Oh my gosh. It definitely is really nice sounding in jazz, Yoshi. It's really nice. It's like it's singing to you, you know, and when you're and the saxophone player really knows what they're doing. Hello, Big Dogma. Welcome on in. Big hugs to you as well. It's been a while. Yeah, I was definitely feeling that in that classroom, Sergeant Modog. I was like, we're gonna put a little cloud over here and fade it out, you know, add some water to this, and you know, it was a whole thing. I was teaching my parents because they're helping me, and I was like, yeah, this is how you're gonna, you know, fashion this out and like, you know, shape this. We had the old school projector from like the early, you know, 1990s, 2000s. It was great. I was like, I finally get to write on this like my teachers did a long time ago. You know, the careless whisper on an ocarina. Oh my gosh. That would be, I would love to hear that. Oh no, it is, it's not a good ocarina. I saw a thumbnail of the video. There's good ones and there's bad ones. So just, you know, like any kind of instrument, I think. Ooh, that might be a good sound, Yoshi, with the saxophone and guitar, especially if they're like harmonizing with each other. Oh, that'd be like I don't know, give the ear tingles. Sometimes like I have certain music that I have in a playlist that's melodic inspirations, just because of how well those melodies just flow in and out of each other. I can't not dance to that stuff. It's I don't know, the dynamics are something crazy. Yeah, Smokey, if I had one in here, I'd be tempted to be using it, so freehanding this one. But in that very large classroom where I was doing all 4 walls, yeah, we use that we use that thing good. Ooh, yeah, that would sound groovy. That might be something. I would have to go back over to Walmart and get the shade that is darker than the olive sprig, because this is white sage and that is olive sprig, and they are two they're on the same code except for one is 2 and one is 4. So I would have to look for the one that is like 6 maybe, or 5, maybe if I can get like something that's just a little bit darker. But yeah, other than that, like it's the drying factor of it. It's like, but yeah. Yeah, I have to, next time I'm over at the Walmart that we have, I'll go over to that painting area and get one of those cards, because we're looking at doing the kitchen in this same color, in this lighter color, because it's like, it's the same blue. That dark blue over here by the closet is what's in the kitchen. So it's just really dark. It's just really dark. So we're gonna be we're thinking on repainting it. So I don't know. We'll get to it when we get to it, but somewhat on the radar now. When we're in there, we're like, it's really dark. Okay, I'm gonna start with the top section here and just kind of add some more volume to it. Leaving some empty spaces for that depth. A little bit too much paint on there. A little bit more on that right side. A little bit too much. So it's starting to drip. I think once I get to about right after this branch here, I'll probably switch to that 2-inch brush and then start from the bottom and work my way back up to this middle spot. And do a little bit here. Okay, move over to that 2-inch and catch up with a chat. Let's see. Yeah, I'm like that with my color smoky. I'm like, when there's just like certain character designs and like color combinations, if they don't go well, I'm just like, why did you do that? But then when certain ones do go really well, I'm like, that looks like I don't want to stop looking at it. It looks beautiful. It's very eye-catching. So I get it. Let's do percussion, a little bit of reggae. Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, wow, just a whole, like, you know, well-rounded musician there. I've heard that is really good for later on in life too, in combating Alzheimer's and dementia. There's there's an album here on YouTube that I can't remember what it's called, but it's supposed to mimic the sounds of like what somebody going through dementia or Alzheimer's, one of those two. What that sound starts to deteriorate. It's like it's a piece of several pieces of music, and then they start to like warble into, you know, strange, like, you know, variations of themselves, mimicking that mental condition, that decline. But I've heard that musicians, because music starts it activates certain parts of the brain that mingle with memory. It can help prevent or slow down the effects of Alzheimer's and dementia. So I think that's it's very good of you to have that many instruments under your belt. Can take it when we moved, and I don't know if we still have. Yeah, pianos are a pain in the butt to move. So I've seen too many cartoons of people, like, you know, moving them outside of windows and, like, you know, trying to like hoist them down with ropes and stuff. It's, yeah. You might as well just have somebody, like, I don't know if there's ways, like, you have it assembled inside of the building and then disassembled. I it's out of my wheelhouse. I've never had to do that before, but yeah. It's like I can't. They sound very pretty, but yeah, with the keyboards, they're like, you don't get the same sound, but they're definitely more travel friendly. Definitely more so. Thank you, Smokey. Yeah, this is like, I don't know. It's more art therapy than it is like a a job right now. It's kind of like there's some of these trees, like, they have a sway towards the left, and I'm like, I don't care. This is fun. It's like I don't know. It's my escapism. Some people play uh, video games. Some people watch, you know, sports ball. Some people watch, you know, anime, or they you know, go outside and, you know, watch the clouds, or they watch trains, or um, I don't know, they read books or something. We all do something to escape, you know, from the day-to-day chaoses, whether it's like your personal stuff or outside in the world. And this is just how this is my escape room. This is my escape room. My weird creative, just make something. You know, that's what you have control over, is you're able to make something. So, you know, why not do it? But everybody's relaxation looks differently. So, you know, I've heard that the people that have like the character design career, you know, they have that lined up. They oftentimes will like struggle with making designs outside of work, because, well, that's what you've been doing all day, you know, is drawing. So, you know, it's kind of like it's hard to separate the two, you know, when it's your job, it's your career, versus it being like your hobby or your escapism, like I was, you know, mentioning. But like, I don't know, I juggle that around in my head, you know, wanting to be a character designer, you know, artist full time as my actual job, as my career, versus it being like, you know, the hobby and freelance stuff that I am currently doing. So, but I don't know, pros and cons. I kind of, I don't know, I juggle those things around in my brain. String and brass instruments you didn't play. Oh, well, I mean, there's only so many instruments that, you know, you can have under the belt, and then, you know, somebody brings out a new one, you know, from an unincorporated tribe somewhere, and you're like, I gotta learn this one now. So I don't know. I only know how to play the ukulele and a little bit of guitar. And then I can, you know, boop and bap on the cajon, on the drum box. So, you know, that's the extent of my instrumental prowess. But oh, and I can play a scale on the piano, but then that's it. So, but yeah. Should stick with the cat theme and paint a cat sitting up on one of the lower branches. Oh my gosh! You know what I would do? What I would do is I have some glue dots, some non like they're like the easy stick off ones. So I would cut out with the I'll show you guys the Cricut machine that I have over here. I would design something out on my computer over here, and then have the Cricut cut it out, put a little glue dot, little sticky dot on it, and stick it up on the wall. I think that would be, because then I can swap it around to either like a different critter or move it to a different branch or something. That might be fun. Welcome back, honey bun. It's a fun way to combine percussion and disco, but I keep hitting dead ends. Well, you know, there's always that experimentation phase of it. You know, that's always, you know, there's experimental music, you know, and things are always built up over time. So, you know, we would not have the music that we do today if it was not for, you know, the classical era, you know, and then the experimental era, and, you know, moving on from that, you know, and going into like computer sounds, you know, computer audio, digital audio workspaces, you know, those things. So there's always the time for that. I mean, I'm not confirming or denying my my human feline genes. Oh my gosh. He likes creating this chaos for me. But that's his job. He is the chaos king. We can't have chaos without some comforts, and we can't have comforts without some chaos, because if you're just always inside of the comforting space, you never know what's going on out in the world. And then there could be people outside your doorstep that are, you know, got pitchforks and, you know, and they're mad for whatever reason. But then if you're always on edge and always stressed out about the things going on out in the world, that's not good either. You gotta have some, you know, some de-stressing times, and you have to have some times where you're on the lookout for things. So it's this, you know, this give and take for this, you know, this yin and yang sort of thing. Raid time, oh my gosh. Okay, hello everybody, I'm painting trees. I'm painting trees in my new studio. I'm on tree number 3. There are 8 trees in total that I have planned out here. And I'm gonna try my best to get them done, all of them, before midnight. So right now it is around 9:30, 9:21-ish. So indeed, happy little trees. Hello, straw man. I've done 3 trees so far. Yes, Euphie Ross. Okay. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's what you want. A long work day. Then it makes up for the short work days. I'm gonna go from the bottom here and meet it back up to the middle. That's what I did with this tree over here, and the opposite of what I did with that one. So hope that you guys enjoy the relaxing, calming art stream to cap off your night with Wolf's Chaos. I will be here for as long as I will be until midnight. If I get done before then, which I'm hoping to, with these physical paintings, they tend to take a little less time than the digital ones. So I'm hoping to get right along with this process. But if you enjoy watching creative works over the weekends, this is what I do over my weekends. So be sure to like and subscribe, share with any other artists if you have artists in your family or friend group, with your coworkers if you know that they like arts. And this is just what I do in order to relax and de-stress from the world outside and all that craziness. Just doing a little bit of middle work here. This bottom of the tree a little fluffed up. Move over to the left side here. And a little bit of a gap there. Just continuing on upwards. Keeping this somewhat cone triangle-esque shape. Doing this last little section inside of here, hoping that it will meld into each other. A little bit of difference down here. Just want to break it up just a little bit. It's like a little too samesies. Okay. A little bit more here. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the fourth tree. That one is going to be, there's more of a gap here where this fourth tree is going to be. me move camera and catch up with chat for a little bit. Thank you, Jonathan. Chase to see if he could find Charlie behind them. Oh, yeah. It's like I found him. He's been hiding back there. Care. Right. Yeah, so I'm leaving some room here between the two so it doesn't take up the entire wall. Chalicity? I don't know who that is. They are fun. I've drawn some I taught a small group of elementary school kids how to draw a cat. And then some of them turned them into rabbits, so interesting. Yes, can I help you?
I'm just looking at your trees.
Look at my trees.
It's looking good. Are you gonna do anything up here?
No.
No, just down here.
Yeah, it's just two-tone.
I'm heating up meats.
Okay.
I'm gonna go eat it.
You're not gonna eat all of the meats, are you? You better not.
When it came out really good, you liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It was a little spicy, but...
What the hell is spicy about it?
The barbecue sauce.
I'm gonna feed you peppers in the middle of the night to get your tolerance up.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be paying the consequence later when I'm farting in bed.
Rude.
You know I have Crohn's disease too. That could kill
Madam.
me. That could kill me.
Madam.
Yeah.
Get on your stream.
The chaos doesn't stop when the wolf stops streaming. He will bring his chaos everywhere he goes. Oh my goodness. 40 likes? Heck yeah. I'm appreciative of all the likes and the people that spend time over here. I think so. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up on the subscribes. Yeah, I'm making the trees down here a little bit shorter, so they're more in the foreground. Yes. Yeah, that's his chibi picture that I drew for him. Okay. I may need to move my drop cloth a little bit before I go over here. So give me one moment. I'm doing that. Move some things. Not entirely taking off all the tape yet. I'm not ready to do that. I am just going to be moving it on over. did not move some things around enough. Pardon me, guys, I'm moving some of my things around. I just don't want my drop cloths to move. Okay, now I got that stuff moved on over. And plot out where this is going. Okay, just throwing in the top parts. Sorry, I don't have any paint on my hand. Okay, now let that be for a little bit. I catch up with chat. Well, we're talking about archery. Let's see why they were detention. I got detention like a couple of times, but I was like, I don't know what we're doing here. You know, like we're all just kind of like on our phones and, you know, chilling out. So I don't know, maybe it was the type of teacher that was in there. So, right? Yeah, like, why are you sobbing? Like, you know, maybe it's the shame or something. Maybe like it's like been part of the family unit that like if you get detention or something, like, I don't know. Very interesting though. Alrighty, love pugs, you have a good rest of the night. Oh my goodness, yeah, rest up before you have to visit the hospital in the morning. Those places are never fun. But yeah, so I do appreciate you being here and hanging out. But yeah, be sure to rest up before then. You know, that would make a lot of sense, Honey Bun. Doing like political cartoons or something, or like some sort of like representation of what happened in the news or something. Yeah, once it's finally all done and stuff. Yes?
As probably know, you want me to bring you some meat.
Yes.
You do want some?
Yes. What do I hear in the background?
You.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird. It's like, what in the world? She didn't see it in the news. Yep, exactly, Honey Bun. Yep, he covers the news and the craziness of the world and all of its inhabitants and what they wanna be being all chaotic about. And I have my creativity, my projects. Yeah, I bet. Well, you take care and rest up, love pugs. You're gonna need it. Because those places, they just, I don't know, with hospitals, they just suck the energy out of me. I can't. Like, only for a little bit. Meat, what?
How do you want it? Bread? Mayonnaise? Meat?
Just meat in a bowl.
Just meat in the bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to maintain my figure here for my wedding dress. I can't have too much bread. I got attention. Man, I'm crying. I need to get my water. I am dehydrated. I've had my coffee, but I did not have enough water. Okay. Let's see if I can get some of the tops of this tree done before Wolf comes in with a bowl of meat. I don't think I'll be able to do it, but still.
Do you want cheese on top?
Oh, don't do that to me. You know I'm gonna say yeah. Jeez. One of my poster boards fell. Here, I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna move it over here. This is the thing that keeps falling over. And it goes right there now. That's its temporary home. Yes, it's almost food time. Ooh, what flavors, Yoshi? Meat in a bowl of my childhood snack. Yeah, right? Like, sometimes it's just really good as a snack. Let's see if I can move this a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I've been using I use the window as a kind of like a frame for it because I have all of this already mapped out on my computer right over there. So a few weekends back, but having these smaller trees underneath the window, I think is, I don't know, that aligns it.
Here you go. Do your friends need any snacks? Your
Oh my
online streaming
gosh.
friends? Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have meat in a bowl with cheese. Watermelon and grape. Ooh, I love the grape one. It is really warm, so I might end up burning myself. And it's kind of spicy too. Yeah, I gotta wait for it to cool down. That is too hot for me right now. I will in a little bit though. I'm gonna leave void space right here. I'm not gonna let these touch too much. Let's start back up on that top part again. Fluffing that out. bit more here at the top, I think. And over to the left side, just doing some fluffing up on there. I'm letting the meat cool down right now because it is too hot for me to eat. And I will take a little bit of a break after it's cooled down a bit so I don't burn my mouth. Let's switch over to a bigger brush here, I think. And catch up with chat here too. Let's see. I'd write over 100 words and we just had to read a book. And oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it helps you pass the time. So, then made them rewrite the. Oh my gosh, see, like that would be like, okay, now it's just torturous. Yeah, that too. Also could be the parents being abusive, or if they find out that the kid had detention or something. That could be something that happens at home. So yeah, I don't know. I saw like a lot of different kinds of kids and their reactions inside of that. Like those 2 times I was in detention, I was like, very interesting. It's very telling about the types of home lives. It's just great to come handy during my senior. Yeah, right. Like you're already, fairly comfortable with writing that many words. So I bet it was. I bet it was good. Yeah, right. Like it could be like a group thing, and then they were the ones that got the short stick. So okay, I'm gonna have my snacks. See if it's cool enough for me to eat. That tree looks so strange back there. It looks all like scraggly, like somebody went and shook the bottom of it. Hold on, I need to ask both a question. I'll be right back. Babe, which cheese did you use? Did you use the mozzarella? Oh, yeah, I'm going to the store tomorrow. Going to the store tomorrow. Because I'm just going to use that. My Korean corn cheese. Whatever. You used my cheese for my Korean corn cheese. I thought that was the provolone. It was not the provolone. Okay. I might shorten the amount of trees that I have. And maybe. So I went a little bit wider than the original design, so it might actually be 7. Let me catch up. What was said here? I know, right? It's just so good. I think I'm gonna make that the Korean corn cheese after the stream tonight. Just so I can freaking have it. Now it's open. Now the mozzarella's open. Now I'm gonna make it. I'm all out of whack. I was like, wait, why does this look like the mozzarella? Because it was. Let's brush up with a little bit more paint. Fill out the rest of this right side. Things are happening in the background, apparently. What is going on out there? Fairly satisfied with how this tree is looking. Move on over more towards the right. And I'm going to move the camera over as well. Move this over. Excuse me, folks. There we go. Let's see here. I think that there is something to do with that government cheese thing that Wolf was talking about the other day. That there's like properties inside of cheese that like are a little addictive. So I think they were definitely banking on that too. That cheese talk from before. Thank you, Smokey. I'm trying to get this done by the end of the stream, so it can be a 1-day project. And I'm looking at this tree from inside the camera. I'm like, that middle spot, I don't like it. I'm gonna fluff it up a little bit more. Oh my gosh, I mean, I kind of do. I have a couple of shirts and pants that are these colors, so I could probably do some camouflage in there. Oh, mayo meringue. I can't say I've ever tried that before, and I don't know. I don't know. I would have a glass of water with me and like just the tiniest little bit of it if I ever saw it, like somebody else getting it. Be like, what in the world? But right, like I wonder what it was originally made for too, right, Aniva? Like how do you even like make something like that, right? Like is it like an accident or was it on purpose or yeah. Oh goodness, 20 Spanish words, like oof, I don't even know how you pronounce some of those. Because of the little accent marks. I don't know how to pronounce those. Okay. Yeah, I knew there was like a masculine and feminine version for the Spanish language. Oh, that's cool. That history into food. So make mayonnaise pies with okay, see, I can understand that a little bit more, being like savory. Like a shepherd's pie or like a cobbler's pie or something. He needed to steal the tape measure from me. Crack pie. I think it's cookie pie. Okay. But yeah, like that would be, you put a little more sugar in there. That really turns into crack pie. There's a little bit of the sugar inside of the Korean corn cheese, and I think that's why it's like it's addictive. and you've also got cheese in there, so really, see, that's why like I don't know, like I get like I have a glass of water with me, right? But like just the smallest little thing to try it, just so I can say I've tried it. I don't want to risk it ordering the whole thing, like, you know, and then having the whole thing on my plate there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I may have seen a pine beetle letting my dog. What in the world? It was. Wait, hold on. How is it letting your dogs out? Is it like opening up the doggy door itself with this little antenna in his arms? Let's see. Where? I think it's right here that I wanna fix up, and then down here too. Use a smaller brush. Does that look? The rest of it. Side is still poking out a little bit. Okie dokie, I am going to continue moving on towards the right here. This tree and I, our time has concluded. This one's going to be an even shorter one. I'm going to move myself over. Can you guys still see? Okay. Let me actually move this way. There we go. If I move my chair in. Move that up. If it will move. Will it? There we go. I am going to take one of the trees out because, again, like they're painted wider than they actually are in the virtual sketch I have on my computer. So this one. branches up top. A little bit of drip that's coming out from there. And these defining branches, kind of putting in the shape. Okay, starting over at the top part and just working my way into the middle. Make sure I don't have excessive paint on my paintbrush because it's gonna drip everywhere. Thought it was gonna come in again. Okay, my Lego's about to fall asleep. Hope everybody's Sunday evening has been going well for them. And it's getting later on in the day, I guess in the night. I'm just happy to be finally getting to this point, this spot in the in the process. My brain though is turning to mush. So, pardon my silence briefly. some of these little branches on it. I might come in with the 2-inch brush here on the bottom and then work my way up to the middle. Do that right here. Before I do that, I'm going to catch up with chat for a little bit. See if there's any new chats at all. Move this over here. Let me see. Indeed, Eric. Happy little trees. Kind of just letting my brush go wherever it wants to. Let's see here. Sitting on the window, like, let me in. Oh my gosh. It's like, please, I'm one of you guys. I'm a dog too. I'm totally not, you know, a beetle. It's like, in the world, that thing's just trying to get in so it can have some warmth or something. Really? Oh my gosh, that means train station. Jeez. I'm surprised that you remembered that from the writings. Yeah, we're just gonna paint a tree over it. We're just gonna paint a tree over it. That outlet, yeah, we're just gonna paint a tree over it. I've heard that French is difficult. I have an uncle that is fluent in French, because he lived in South Africa for a little bit. So, but yeah, told me it was kind of difficult. See, mayo with artichoke, like that, just, it sounds like it would be a good pairing, you know? Those two different flavors. Catch these. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Reminds me of the sketch that they did with Pink Guy, with the Goofy. I'll do it again. It's like, Goofy, you're being sued. You're being tried for murder. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I bet Yoshi, having to write that 100 times on paper, like, you know, you're developing some muscle memory there for sure. Good grief. That's cool, Frosty. Nemo and Bobby's World. I know that the artichoke plant, when it goes to flower, it's this really big, beautiful purple flower. So my neighbor was growing them a couple of years back, and I was like, what in the world is that? She's like, it's an artichoke. I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Oh, nice, with the accents, Yoshi, that's cool. Yeah, one of these days I'll do more of the more plant paintings. I like doing vegetation, plant life of any kind. Right? Yeah, like Yoshi's hands must have like muscles upon muscles, veins popping out of them. Thanks, Frosty. Well, that's why I enjoy spending this time with you guys, so, you know, just not just chilling in here by myself, just, you know, again, like watching paint dry, so. Thanks, Honey Bun. It's just the same soundtrack as always. Awesome! 42 likes, that's cool. I'm not used to getting that many. At least live. I don't really pay attention to it anyway. I'm just kind of like, I'm just doing my art stuff here, so. Just in my accents, I was thinking about the character Crowley. Oh yeah, like you have a character already like thought up in your head. what you want to mimic that sound to give them life. Gremlin voice. Yeah, sometimes like, you know, when you have this kind of like filters over your voice box, it's, you know, it's a perfect time to do that. Oh, it's English cursive, yeah. You know, I'm shocked at the amount of, I mean, I shouldn't be, but I still kind of am, at the amount of people that, kids that don't know how to write in cursive these days. I'm just like, damn, the word minimum in cursive looks very interesting. I don't know if some people could read that. Oh, I know, right, Frosty? Like, especially if you do season it just right, pair it with a really nice meat and starch. It's like, yeah, so good. I'm gonna be hungry again. I have my meat snack here still. My bud said I was little Timmy the British boy. Oh my gosh. You know, my one of my old friends from high school used to call me Tim Tam. I don't know why, but it stuck. So I would call her Tay Tay. Tay Tay and Tim Tim. I was like, but yeah. Days long past. Alrighty. Get over here. Guess since you'll see where I'm at, what I'm doing. One, two, three, four, five. It might actually just be 6. I don't know. I do not know. There's a lot of paint on there. And on the other side, trying to hold my paintbrush in a way that I just kind of like punch the wall a little bit and then bring it out. So, Bethany, Brittany, Stephanie, Little Timmy. Here's Johnny. Yeah, that's a classic. I've heard Yoshi. I've heard people like, because I sometimes have a difficulty like going into the accents, and I think it might have actually been you that suggested saying water bottle, but in with a British accent. Water bottle. Ooh, yes, Frosty, please. Oh my gosh, that is incredible sounding. Steak, potato, artichoke. Like, yes. That is perfect pairing. Listen, honey bun, we do a bunch of embarrassing stuff over here. I own up to my previous past cringe so many times. It's just natural at this point. Let's see. sometimes I forget yesterday. Yeah, sometimes like if nothing like memorable happened, I'm just like, it was a day. So you're gonna fake him out, like right out the womb, Yoshi. Just like, oh, you'll never know. You'll never truly know. Oh, it was you, honey bun. Whoa, whoa. Oh my gosh. I knew it was somebody. I was like, we're turning, yes, you're turning all of us British. Okay, I'm gonna go over this far end here. A little bit more right there that I see. A little bit more. There we go. Move this can. Anything, there'll be a smaller tree, like the smallest one, like right here, maybe. Maybe right here. Because I have a larger one that I'm going to put over here. Roughly the same size as that very first one that we did. All the way over here, where we started almost 3 hours ago. I think we made some good progress for 3 hours. I'm gonna go over here now. Let me stand up a little bit taller. Okay. Clean up this little trunk. A little bit of dry paint right there. Okay, going up to the top. You guys can see that. A little bit more paint. Going over to that left side. Whoops, smacking into my stuff. Okay. Oof. A little bit more control there, being on a lower field of gravity. Cheerio, mate. Good day to you. Oh my goodness. Move that camera down. Let's see. Hello, Ragul. Thank you for dropping by, dropping a like. It's coming along. Thankfully, it's towards the farther part of the stream of the process. An accent because everyone was giving Trip was American. British once I told him to say it, and he did. Oh, that's cool. He's possessed by someone's grandpa. Oh my gosh. Listen, you're going to inherit all of my life savings and debt. Just use. I think I may have seen his channel in passing before, but I don't know if I ever clicked on it. Oh, thank you, honey bun. I do appreciate that. I accidentally yelled in a Scottish or British. Like, oh my gosh. Just suddenly like slipped into it. I'll be right back, guys. Give me one moment. Okay, I'm gonna finish this last tree, and then I'm gonna call it a stream for the night. Gotta be careful I don't hit this white wall here. Try and do this one kind of quickly. It is getting kind of late. I guess things are happening more now. Okay, I'm gonna start flipping up the top part a little bit more. silent chat. I'm just kind of focused right now. I'm trying to get this done before the night turns to morning. I'm gonna move back over to that 2-inch brush. This is what happens when you try to go too fast. Thankfully this paint is water soluble, so I just wiped it right off. And there is nothing to be seen of it. Like some more little individual branches. this a little look over. I think that looks nice. I'll probably do a few little touch-ups with some little branches around the corners. But let me catch up with chat, and then I'm going to be calling it a stream for the night until next weekend. Song Punk Tactics. I have not heard that song before, no. Alright, you have a wonderful night, honey bun. I am heading on out here soon as well. Welcome back, Yoshi. Even though I'm heading on out here soon. How are you feeling right now after painting everything one color for 4 hours? Pretty mind numbed. My brain is mush. My brain is mush. Alright, I am heading on out for the night, guys. I'll be back next weekend at around 7:30-ish. I try to be on time. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching me. If you want to see more of my digital artwork, you can type in !art and it will bring up my DeviantArt page with all of my usual digital artwork up on there. This is my physical artwork by my painting stuff over yonder as well. So it was a little bit of a different weekend than I usually do. But you take care. Have a wonderful night, Yoshi. Thank you for hanging out with us. I also post up on Twitter, !Twitter, for my after show and any announcements if I end up canceling a show or something like that, if I'm late, let you guys know, as well as pictures of what I did. So if you end up missing a stream or you want to see like what I did in the long run, you can just check up on Twitter. I also make a community post here on YouTube as well as any other links that I forget about that will be on the link tree, link tree. But yeah, so thank you, Smokey. But yeah, so this is going to be the end of the stream for the night. I'll be back next weekend at around 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I hope to see you guys then. But until then, I will see you guys later. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of it. And till then, I will see you guys later. Bye bye!